This practice involves sustaining positive habits and behaviors over time, even in the face of challenges and difficulties. The four bases of power, or the Iddhipada, are four practices that help practitioners develop spiritual power and insight. They are: desire, Shanda. This practice involves developing a strong desire and motivation to achieve spiritual goals. Energy, Virya. This practice involves developing the energy and determination to pursue spiritual goals. Mindfulness, Citta. This practice involves developing mindfulness and awareness of one's own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Concentration, Samadhi. This practice involves developing deep concentration and focus, leading to states of heightened awareness and insight. In addition to the principles previously mentioned, there are four additional principles in Buddhism known as the Four Divine Abidings, or Brahmaviharas. These principles are practices that cultivate positive attitudes and thoughts towards oneself and others. They are: loving-kindness, Metta. This principle involves cultivating a universal sense of love and kindness towards all beings, regardless of their relationship to oneself. Compassion, Karuna. This principle involves developing empathy and compassion towards those who are suffering, and actively working to alleviate their suffering. Sympathetic joy, Mudita. This principle involves cultivating a sense of joy and happiness in the success and well-being of others, rather than feeling envy or jealousy. Equanimity, Upekkha. This principle involves developing a sense of balance and equanimity towards all experiences, both positive and negative, without clinging to or rejecting them. The practice of the Four Divine Abidings is believed to help practitioners develop a sense of connection and empathy towards others, leading to greater happiness and inner peace. Another important principle in Buddhism is the concept of non-attachment, or non-clinging. This principle teaches that suffering arises from attachment to desires and the impermanent nature of all things. By letting go of attachment, practitioners can free themselves from suffering and attain a state of liberation. The Eightfold Path is another fundamental principle in Buddhism, which outlines the path to enlightenment. The Eightfold Path includes right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. By following this path, practitioners can develop wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline, leading to spiritual growth and liberation from suffering. The concept of impermanence is also a core principle in Buddhism. This principle teaches that all things are transient and subject to change, including ourselves. By recognizing the impermanent nature of all things, practitioners can develop a sense of detachment from material possessions and worldly desires, leading to greater inner peace and freedom from suffering. Finally, the principle of karma is a fundamental concept in Buddhism, which teaches that our actions have consequences that affect our present and future lives. By cultivating positive actions and intentions, practitioners can create positive karma and improve their future circumstances. One of the central principles in Buddhism is the concept of interdependence, or dependent origination. This principle teaches that all phenomena arise in dependence upon other phenomena, and there is no independent, permanent self. This principle is closely related to the concept of impermanence and reinforces the idea that everything in the world is constantly changing and in a state of flux. Another important principle in Buddhism is the notion of emptiness. This principle teaches that all phenomena lack inherent existence and are empty of a separate self.